I'm trying to figure out where. It says we're recording. Hello, welcome everybody live. Welcome everybody live. You on?
Yeah.
Can you see me, Ronson? Okay, I see you.
Yep.
I can't hear you. I can't hear nothing.
I don't
I don't see anything either. Oh my gosh. This is not happening right now. Oh man. Oh my gosh. I don't know what's going on, man. I see you're on. There you go. There we go.
There you go. I don't. Oh, am I supposed to see all? Because I don't see nothing.
I know I don't see you either, man.
Oh, you don't see me? Shit. Hold on, let me see. I'm looking at myself. Okay, just turn my camera off. My mic is working because you're hearing me and we're interacting. But I don't see you.
Right.
You don't see me. That's a studio thing.
Okay, I see you now.
Okay. I look like I'm in the office of the. Yeah, there he is. There's one. Hello. How many people are on here exactly?
It should be just me and my co-host Ronson.
Okay, so you wait for your co-host.
All right, so let me go ahead and exit out of this.
Okay.
It's the first time, man. So I'm with y'all. It's been working out the kinks.
Can you hear us good?
I can hear you. Let me say something else.
Can you hear me? Testing. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, usually that'd be in a very quiet area, but right now, the Wi-Fi was not connecting where I was, where it was nice and quiet.
Makes sense.
So now you might get some extraness to the left. Can you hear all that over there?
Yeah, a little bit. It's not bad, but I can hear it.
Okay, as long as it's not bad, because I can't control it.
It's not bad.
I'm out here, man. I'm in the middle of doing a celebrity tournament at the bank in Atlanta. You know, the bank event center. What city are y'all in?
Houston.
Oh, Houston. Okay. I'm about to say, you say Atlanta. I'm on my way.
Oh man, dude, I want to go back to Miami, man. It was beautiful when I was down there.
Well, Miami? No, I'm in Atlanta.
Oh, you in Atlanta?
Atlanta, yeah, I'm in the A, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I still can't see you guys, and I hate that.
Gotcha. How long you out that way?
I'll be here till Monday.
Okay.
What is today? Saturday? Woo, got here Wednesday.
Yeah, man. It's almost over with.
You got to take off these Hollywood glasses too. Can you see me? If I do?
Yeah, I still see you.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
I hear what we're speaking, yes.
Can you guys see me?
No, we don't.
Saturday night, so we Saturday night sipping. I just to let you know.
Right.
But hurry up. We don't need to get to asking these questions too deep into the sip. You feel me?
No.
He went off.
Trying to get everybody on, man. I don't know why. Let me put both.
You gotta go with the flow. Background. This first episode. Episode was wow. Oh, there I go. I see a delay.
think
I
you
look
two turned
professional,
over
though.
you.
I accidentally did this on purpose too. Oh, this delay is messing with me. Okay, I'm not gonna look at that. Wait, where's the camera? If I look here,
Oh, perfect.
There we go. All right, well, now
Here we
everybody's
go.
on.
you got everybody? I'm gonna take your word for it because all I see is me. Oh, somebody left. Oh,
No, I
wow.
got you. I see you. I'm just switching it up. There we go.
All right.
We live, baby.
All right. So, man, we're going to pop it off and get started with the questions, man.
Let's do it.
We didn't waste
I'm gonna turn y'all up a little bit and hope y'all don't hear all the madness in the background. Sound like that meme with the Mickey Mouse and they whooping them and
They're running.
oh, yeah, in the back. I'm like, oh, everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Yo.
Oh, man.
Oh, wait, there's got to be a way to turn it off so I'm not looking at myself. Oh, right before y'all get started. You just not look at the screen? Okay, wait.
Okay. So, Ronson, we're going to pop it off with the first question, man. We're going to let you go ahead and kick it off.
Talk to me.
Man, so first off, hope you're doing well. I actually worked with you on a project years ago
Really?
called Unfinished Business.
Yes, sir. Did we finish it? Okay. It don't have to be like that. Like, well, it's still going.
Yeah, man. I worked with you on that. It was such a fun experience.
Yeah.
You know, we were in the classroom and we were riffing off each other. It was great.
Yes. You know, I was just gonna kind of ad lib until you said something to make me actually remember. Yes. Now, did we film that in Houston?
Yes.
There it is. Okay. Yes. You're locked in now. I was kids and whatnot, and I want to get killed.
Yes.
It woke you
I'll
up.
give you
So
like 30 seconds.
This is an awesome segue to my first question. I think this would be great for a lot of actors. And as an actor myself, I love to pride myself in the ability to have range. And I noticed you have a lot of range. You seamlessly move between comedy, drama, and hosting. How do you mentally prepare to switch gears for such diverse roles? And coming from someone who, I like that range, like I said, I noticed that there's always a genre that I lean towards. So how do you, first part of the question, how do you know?
How do I mentally prepare, and what genre do I lean toward?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Copy that. Me, I was a spiritual person. My mother was a born again Christian. She became born again. I say born again, not just Christian household. Born again. Born again means there was a lot of demons still in the house, but she was born again. So she's praying away the demons, praying things into existence, and I watched things happen. I watched miracles happen. Like, we were homeless. People don't know, you was born with money and all this, and celebrity family. No. We went homeless. We were living in a car. And I watched my mother pray every single blessing. I say every single blessing, but all of the big blessings into existence. She said, goodbye car, hello hotel room. Hello, goodbye hotel room. Hello, when she said goodbye hotel, hello apartment. Right? And when we actually got an apartment, she would pray herself into better jobs. She worked at a department store. My mom's always been very pretty. She used to be a singer. My mother and father, we'll take it back a little further. My mother and father were both Harlemites, born in Harlem, and they were both recording artists with recording contracts. My father, Cuba Gooding Sr., the main ingredient, everybody plays the fool, just don't want to be lonely, rolling on the outside. My mother was part of the Sweethearts, right? And she signed to Brunswick and so forth. She had a whole record deal. But she met my father and decided, I'm gonna stay home, raise the babies, spend this money. You go out, make the money, you know what I mean? Type of thing.
Yeah.
And it was very much that. And my brother and sister are 10 years older than me, right? So I say that to say, my parents had 2 kids, you know what I mean? And they did their thing, and it was what it was. Then, like I said, they were from New York. They then go to California, where I was born. Right? So when they moved, they were in California for 5 years. 5 years after 5 years after they moved there, I was born, right? And my father, who had a big career in the 70s, actually went to South Africa from apartheid, which was a big no-no back in the day. Yeah. Right? So when he came back, he got blacklisted, lost everything.
Yeah.
So we had to start over, rebuild. Pops went back to New York. We stayed in California. My brother became an actor. I followed him. I'm sure there's a lot more questions involved in that, so we'll be. But what I kind of told that part of the story is I literally watched her. She became a born-again Christian right before. No, I always said right before I was born. And I told people that. She's like, no, it was after you were born that I got saved. That's why I said. Because I was on that table for 13 hours with no epidural, none of that. They were trying to kill me while you were trying to be born. And I stood for 13 hours. I asked you to say yes, Mama. I've earned it. No. But then she found God, and it was kind of interesting, I think, for my older brother and sister, because they were like, where's the women that was smoking cigarettes and beating ass? And now she's telling this girl, praise God, still beating ass, but praise God and, doing the right, you know what I mean? So anyway, but that's all I remember growing up, was watching her make miracles happen, talk to God, quieting yourself, strengthening your inner man, you know what I mean? That type of thing. So that's my long-winded way of saying, how do I prepare? I pray. I go into my zone. Now, whatever it is that you believe in, whatever your faith is, however you get through life, whatever makes you the most comfortable, it may just be meditation. But it's all about focusing and concentrating, right? If I do stand-up comedy, I say my prayer, I give it to God, I thank Him for these graces, and then I go to work. But I also, after I've said my prayer for my faith to know that He's got my back, it's also calmed me and centered me and focused me, then I go over my material. So the main way through all this is preparation. I don't care how many times I've done the joke, I'm going to go over the joke before I go on stage and then kick it out. You know what I mean? I love comedy. To answer the second part of the question, comedy is absolutely my favorite genre. Who doesn't love to laugh? Listen, would you rather have a serious drama that lasts such and such years, or a comedy that lasts laughter? You know what I mean? That's my natural God-given gift to entertain and make people laugh. I feel better. You feel better. We all feel better. And the longevity thing with different genres and so forth and so on. This is another part of the answer I got to give to you, is that I know my range. It's actually widened after the pandemic because I'm able to add a couple more things to my bag. If you've seen, I've seen Omar and everything. If you haven't seen a movie called AM Radio, and you have not seen everything, when you see that, you tip the cap, right? Because there were things that I had in my life that blocked my theatrical performance ability. Dig this. When I was around like 8 or 9 years old, we were on the road. We called it on the road. We were homeless. We were living in hotels. We had a Great Dane with us. All right, we're in a station wagon. My mom, my older brother, my older sister, myself, and a Great Dane, and all of our possessions in this Bobcat station wagon, traveling from the high desert in Hysteria to finally, we were in Orange County, state of some shelters, finally landed in North Hollywood, basically, which is why I want where I wound up when I started. So at this time, we were living in a hotel, Magnolia Boulevard, and our dog died. Our great died, which was like, come on now. He was sick, being on the road. He was inside kennels and stuff. They actually called us while we were out somewhere. And I remember talking to the vet, and they specifically said, I'm sorry, I was going to be crazy behind it. This dog is sick. We need to put him down. He said, no, you bring him to our room. Room? Yes, we're staying in such and such hotel. And they did. The hotel let him in, and we're coming down the hallway. I'm calling his name. His name was Bruno. I'm like, Bruno, here we come. We open the door. He's dead. He's dead near our shoes. He was near our set. It's sad as fuck, right? So my brother wraps him up in the towel and go to the, and he puts him in that. It's heavy. You know what I mean? It's huge. Great Danes are humongous. And he put him in a dumpster, and that's all we they could do. And then he went to go call my father on the payphone and tell him what happened. And I'm in the back seat with my sister. My mom, I can see her at the payphone. My brother standing next to her, kind of patting her on the back, like, that was part of the family. You know what I mean? So I'm crying in the back seat. And my sister says this: be strong. Be strong. Don't cry. Toughen up for mom. She said, for mom, right? And I swear to God, stop crying. Every time I had to do a performance in a movie or a TV show and there was like tears were involved, I'd get right to the point of crying and nothing before. Because I would be like, this shut up from my brain. Let me tell you something. 2020. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, say hey. Yeah, come in and shut up. Told you we in the middle of it. Sometimes we do some good interviews. The first one comes out with a bang. I'm using his office. I can't tell him he can't come in. office. Can I usually see all this security stuff? Like, oh, I'm running underground circuit. No. This is how it goes down. So the year 2020 mixed with. Oh, they're leaving right now. Thanks, brother. I appreciate you.
He's like, thanks, appreciate you.
So 2020, man, with everything that we went through, you know what I mean? Culminated. First of all, big Lakers. We lose Kobe Bryant. Then we go to the pandemic, where the entire world is united in fear and uncertainty. I get a script on radio, and I read it, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this. This before the pandemic hit. And before Kobe died, we were negotiating this film. And the pandemic hit, it shut it down. And then me and Ricky Burchell, who's the writer and the director, said, you know, we're going to do this. After 2 or 3 months of quarantine, we're like, let's go. It's time for it. It dealt with mental health, alcoholism, relationships. It's a lot, but it's really deep. But it's good. It's entertaining. You know, me, it's got some humor in there, but it's a real strong, powerful piece. And on my most powerful, the day that I had the film of most powerful scenes, I just turned on CNN and saw George Floyd be murdered. Okay, so then they're gonna tell me, okay, now we got to do this emotional scene. You think you can draw from it? Action! Run to the if you watching this video, or if you're watching this, when you're done watching, go to any streaming platform and look up here and watch. Then you'll see the completion of myself, which is kind of funny too that I would say that, because then after that, I did my biggest dream. And 2 years later, I started on this journey of doing stand-up comedy, which I respect stand-up comedians so strongly that I never would dare do it. I just hosted. But I was hosting. This is what really turned for me. I hosted a comedy award show with all of my favorite iconic comedians. We gave D.L. Hughley an award, and everybody was there in Black College. So you asked me, like, remember Omar did that hosting thing? Chris Spencer walked up to me as I was giving him a award, and he was walking on stage, and I walked by and said, man, you do your thing. I'm on here. I said, right? Then I went on tour. You know? And the tour was a process. The tour, I'll be honest with y'all. You say y'all went over. The tour was a process. When I first went out, again, I started as a host. And then my friend, Charles Allen, I always got to big up Charles Allen, great stand-up comedian, who's also a writer on Family Time in series 91 episodes. So I'm going to plug everything in here for y'all. You can ask no questions. He's like, looking at the questions like, check that out. But Charles Allen was like, you doing your thing the whole time. What you trying to do in a full set? And I was like, hey, what? And I kind of slept on it and thought, like, man, stop playing. Just do it. I'm scared. Just do it. So I put all my material together and I got up there. And I remember I did it, and it was a great response. I said, oh, that's my time. It was all. And I was like, oh, wow. Damn, that's kind of, I got off. But I'll never forget, I had a meet and greet afterwards. So, most of the people that saw it, I guess, had left. The people that paid to see me, the first thing they came when they saw me, they were like, hey. I got off stage, and like, oh my God, I loved you in Baby Boy. I was like, great. Nothing about that. All right. So I knew I had to type it up, But it's great, man. The storytelling and being able to connect with my fans like directly. I think the best part here, and I'm gonna let you answer another question. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. This is another thing I never said yet. This popped in my head. The best thing I love about stand-up comedy is when I look at the audience. Actors are taught to put up a wall. You know what I mean? So we just act. You don't see. You don't know. We're doing stuff over there when it's the wall. Stand up, I get to connect and actually break your own and look at people and connect. And the best part of my job is when I'm looking down at somebody and they're like this, and I connect with them and they go, they just light up before
You're right.
I get an eye contact. And I'm like, you're here for a comedy show. Most of the people at a comedy show are at the comedy show looking like this. They're ready to laugh. And then when you tell a good joke,
wow.
But they're smiling already. They can't laugh. But there's always about 10 people in there that are just my day has been hell. It is your job to make it better. Go. You know what I mean? And it's cool when I see them, and sometimes you see this hecklers like, man, this man, he smiled all night. And then they'll smile, with some attention, whatever it is. But anyway, that's just my favorite.
Next question, man. Family, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Family, legacy, and identity. Having grown up in a family of entertainers, did you ever feel pressure to match or exceed expectations, or did it motivate you to carve your own path?
Wow, that's a good question. I did feel a sense of, what's the best word to describe it? I was first proud. I love my father. I was so proud of him. He was an alpha male who commanded the room in every room he was in. It was just fun to be around him. That he was your dad just made it even funner because he never minced words. He never had his mouth, I shouldn't say this. No. Whether it was right or wrong, it came flying out of his mouth. And even if it was a mistake of him saying, he would then hug you and say, "But I love you," and you would feel love. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, there was always a sense of, "You're Gooding." You know what I mean? Do that, you know. But that had to grow.
Yeah.
In me, it had to grow. A lot of stuff for me was bad. Was it pressure? Never. It was never, ever pressure, which is weird. Like, the first time I even thought about acting, I had to be 7, and I was watching a show called Star Search. And on Star Search, they had a kids category. And they were like, next up, acting. And then 2 kids sat across from each other and said, blah, 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 da, 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 da. And they read like 8 lines each, and they were like, and scene. And got up and walked off. And I remember thinking to myself, that looks easy.
You're right.
I swear to God. And then like a year or so later, I'm picking up a script for my brother and his agent. And his agent looks at me and goes, "Hey kid, you had a great smile. You ever thought about being an actor?" And I remember thinking about that one moment. I went, "I actually have." You know, I didn't tell her I think it's easy, but that's it. You just want to see trying to stuff. And God blessed me with the ability of being a natural. Now, for me, I think that kept it and keeps it from ever feeling like work. Because it's just natural. This is my roundabout way of answering about the genres that I like and the roles that I stick to and so forth. I know my lane. You know, my brother is an artist. He's an actor. He can do anything. You've seen him in some movies you may or may not agree with, and be like, "What the heck did he do that for?" Whatever. But then you look at things like Men of Honor, and you look at radio, and you go, "Oh, he is an actor." Cool. Yeah. And I've tried it. They're like, "Oh, well, maybe you can do it too. I bet you're doing great radio." Not because I look like him in his head. Shut up. You probably saying that because you think, "I'm sure you have that name." No, I've tried it, and it was not pleasant. I thought I was doing my thing, and I looked up at the casting director, and they were trying to hide smiles, like, I'm good. Thank you for coming. Thank you. And I was like listening and going. But anyway, yeah, but it's never been pressure. It's always been a plus to have, even though I was in the first movie, I tell Cuba, it was me. I was in Ghost Dad with Bill Cosby.
Yep, and, you were.
Yeah, and and then like I think the next year or 2, he had to one up me with Boys in the Hood, and then had to go get Oscar. But it was like it's never ever been pressure. Like, he won an Oscar. When he won an Oscar, it wasn't like, "Oh my God, he got one. Shoot, I gotta get one." They weren't giving out Oscars like that to black folks.
Yeah.
No.
When he won, whether he was my brother or not, I would have said and felt the same way. We won.
Right.
We got another one.
Yeah,
what?
That's good.
All of us were looking at him. Just say Cuba. And the Oscar goes to, we're like, come on.
That's so good.
And all I remember hearing was, "Cuba." That's it. That's all I got.
That's what's
I lost it. While he was jumping up and down, I was jumping up and down. Here's a funny quick story. I'm trying to make it. They sent a camera crew. It was Access Hollywood, one of them. Camera crew to my condo on the day of the Oscars. There's a camera crew here. What? Hey, we're from Access Hollywood. I'm just saying Access Hollywood. I'm not exactly sure which one it was, right? We're like, "Hey, we're from Access Hollywood, and we want to film you and get your reaction to your brother when they announce who wins the Oscar." It's like, I got a house full of people in here. You better win. You sure you want to be being funny? But that seemed really weird to me. It not at any point that I think he was going to win. Ever. Sorry, not at all. And here's the whole story. This is the honest I can say about it. Not at any point that he was going to win. I was so excited he got nominated that we were like, "Well, he got nominated. That's it." They didn't get nominated, but he got nominated. Great job. Then he did the Golden Globe. Here's why I really didn't think he was going to win. Usually, whoever wins the Golden Globe wins the Oscar. Kind of goes hand in hand. Sometimes they'll be like, "Here's your consolation in the Golden Globe, and he'll get the Oscar." Type of thing. This was, honestly, it felt like one of those. Not that my brother didn't deserve it, but I'll get to it. So I told you, I thought this was going to be a quick story. So Ed Norton was in a movie. I can't think of the name. I didn't win an Oscar, so no. But Ed Norton was in a movie that was so cool. Primal Fear, my guy. That movie was insane. When I watched that movie and they said, "Yep, the brothers up against that dude," I was like, "Well, at least he got nominated."
Such a good movie.
So he won. Ed Norton won the Golden Globe. So we're like, he's probably gonna win the Oscar.
Yeah.
There's a camera crew. My brother did his thing. We're watching the Oscars, and all I heard was "cute," and I lost my shit. You understand me?
Wow.
I remember watching it after the premiere, and I went, "Not bad." But there was a lot going on in the premiere. I'm an actor. I'm doing red carpet. He's doing red carpet. There's a lot going on. I'm watching the movie. It's blah, blah, blah. I remember going, "Not bad, bro." Then I watched it again at home. I'd already seen this movie. You understand me? Jerry Maguire, I'd already seen it. And right when he gets to the end and he goes, "You are my ambassador," I'm watching it going, "He still is." Dude, I'm crying, going, "Damn."
That's why he got it.
That's why you got
That's
Right.
But you know, it's so good.
Oh, it's
But
so
you know,
good.
it's so
All right.
good.
Piggyback off of that. No, the piggyback off of
And
that.
to piggyback off of that, no, to piggyback
And I
off
love
of
what you
that,
said about knowing your.
and I love what you said about knowing your pocket and knowing your range and knowing your bag and where you fit. You know, a lot of actors deal with having their type and having a negative connotation to them just knowing their lane and their bag and what they do. And it kind of piggybacks to when you do know what you do and you know your strength, you fight for it. So now it segues to this next thing, and I definitely wanted to ask you about this because I heard it in the interview. You talked about a very famous show that was a little bit before my time, but then when I caught it, I watched reruns of it. It was Hanging with Mr. Cooper. And you mentioned being signed for a 7 to 13 episode deal for each season. So you were doing like 18 to 19 episodes each season, but you were recurring, but you were like a recurring guest star. And they didn't make you a series regular until like the third
I was
season.
a series regular, but how do they explain it? Well, let me tell you how it happened, and then I'll break down what the actual title was. I auditioned, and this really goes to the point. I auditioned
The presentation, right?
Presentation.
And then the pilot.
Yeah, book the presentation, film the presentation. Book the pilot, film the pilot. Wait. Now we're going to series. Okay, here's Omar's contract for being a series regular on Hanging with Mr. Cooper. You are in 7 out of 13 episodes. Oh, 7 out of 13. Like, I'm not a regular? You're a regular, but you're only guaranteed 7 out of the 13, even though we did 25. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So that means we're going to definitely be in half of the episodes, but they may write you in others. And that's interesting, too, because a lot of times when you're a character that's not the actual main focus of the show, you were probably written by another writer. And that writer gets his props if they use that character again, but other writers aren't going to let me use his character again. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when the actor's just like, well, okay, put me in more. So yes, that was a fight. Oh man, good question. So that was
about. What was that fight like?
What was that about?
It was great because I mean it sucked, but then it ultimately got there. I really had to have faith, and I had to kind of watch other actors come and go. Literally, it was crazy. But it was like, and even in the first season, they had other guys around me, but it happened like during the season. First, I was just the kid in the classroom. Then it was this other kid too, And then a couple years later, they added Raven Simone, and they brought in Marquise Wilson. They had these little younger sisters, and I was like, boom. I was like, I'm fighting every day for, wow, don't remember this popping in my head. I'm fighting every day to earn my, more episodes, basically, And then it was three seasons of what we'll talk about it more. And then the final 2 seasons, I got the call and they said, "Yep." So we had a brand new executive. This is another crazy, fascinating story about Hanging. I'm gonna say it real quick. We changed executive producers
4 times, right?
It's insane. Like what? Usually, if there's an issue there, then the show's canceled. Like Mark Curry was the shit. And we made it all the way to 101 episodes. God bless him. But anyway, so the last set of executive producers was like, oh, he got to be in the series regular. You know what I mean? And I fought for everything. The memory that popped in my head was I was at a desk. And the funnest thing about Hanging with Mr. Cooper and Smart Guy were live studio audiences. And the live studio audience aspect, we'll talk about this real fun stuff, man. As an actor, when you're there, we go through a process. This is how sitcoms, I haven't been part of it right now. This is how sitcoms were in the 90s as far as sitcoms, right?
Yeah.
You would have a script over the weekend. On a Monday, you would do a table read. Table read means you just sit down at a table, big round table with all of the cast, and you read the script. It gives the writers and the producers a chance to hear the script for the first time with the pacing that the actors will do. So that ends the day. After that, in the night, you'll get rewrites because they're going, okay, that didn't sound right. The pacing is too long, blah, blah, blah. Tuesday, we come in, we do another quick read, and then we start blocking. Blocking is where you show your movement. He walks in, sits down at the desk. He crosses over here, blah, 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 right? We block out every scene. We do that. We practice all the movement. Wednesday, we do the same thing. We rehearse. And at the end of the day, we do a run-through. We do a run-through with all the producers. And when all the producers come and they see, scene to scene, kind of a dress rehearsal type of thing. Thursday, we do the same thing, but we do it for the studio. If it's filmed at Warner Brothers, now it's the Warner Brothers execs. That's when it gets serious. They're watching this, you know what I mean? Dress rehearsal at home. They're giving their final approval before they actually film it. There's no camera. So we do the same thing. We run each scene. Then Friday, the big day. We rehearse it a couple times, and we do an early show and a late show in a live studio audience. The first time you perform in front of the studio audience, this is the one thing. This might answer a question later. I remember spinning through these questions about one thing that shocked me. Because not a lot of things really shocked me, but I didn't realize that messing up was the reason live studio audience people can't show. You don't want to just see a perfect show. You remember the show Rock? And the Rock went live. And when it went live, it was like the worst thing ever to me because nobody messed up. I'm waiting for somebody to mess up, but maybe we didn't know that. Anyway, so being there in front of the audience is funny because you're doing lines and rehearse this all week, and somebody messes up and goes, oh, shoot. And they go, oh, cut. And as soon as you all shoot, look at the camera all crazy, everyone laughs. And then you get all this relief from your body. You're like, oh my God, I feel so much better. I thought it was going to be scary to do this. Everyone else is mad that you're going to start the scene all the way from the top. You can't just pick it up because that's how it goes. But that's all I had to say. That was the process of it, right? So I remember it was a Friday. I'm sitting at a desk just like this, and I'm working on a mouse. This is not in the script. I just know that the camera is on me, and they're about to count down. Like I can see out of my peripheral, my face pop up in the audience on the screens up there. So I know they're watching me. So he said, and 5, 4, and I take the mouse and I'm moving it around on the table, and I move it to the side of the table. And I go on the side of the table, moving the mouse on the side, and they're laughing at that. And I can hear that the director is holding me. Let it roll. Don't cue him yet. Because they keep laughing. I just keep doing little reactions and shit. I can feel them just laughing at me. And I'm like, that's all fucking me. This is awesome. And then and action. And then the guy came in. What are you doing, Robin? Oh, I'm on the computer. Whatever. But it was so awesome to feel that. And they were honored. Anyway, that's a good thing.
That's so cool. It's good to hear experiences like
it
that
is,
for
man.
actors
That's
who
cool.
want to deal with, who want to go into specifically that niche. So yeah, that's dope.
That's super. That's super awesome, man. All right, next question.
Next question.
That's still on you, Ron. That was still on you.
Okay, so that was
I know it's like he answered a lot. I don't think it's parched. Cottonmouth.
This is a good elevator music.
Basically, we're just gonna skip around at this point. Being an actor, growing up in this generation, being an actor, social media is a part of the development of our brand, and of course, I feel like a lot of
actors or more
older
actors
actors,
or more classic actors,
they didn't have that, and
they didn't
sometimes
have that. And sometimes I wish I could switch
because it's
places
just
with
that was
because it's
that,
just
that's
that
from
was
your perspective.
and I'm
Because, what are your thoughts on
because,
Instagram followers?
what are your
getting
thoughts
people
on
in
Instagram
rooms
followers
before
getting
those
people
with
in rooms
the
before
the
those
training and the credentials?
the
Because
training and the
Okay,
credentials?
interesting.
Because
I
back
like
then
where you're
it's
going with
needed.
this. I mean, at first I clapped when you said that because it's so exciting for this generation. I'm happy for them.
really,
Me personally,
Really?
I like it back the way it is. I don't have to audition much anymore. I say much because there's still every once in a while they be like, we ain't seen him in a while. Put him on tape.
yeah.
I say, let me go in the room Because I'm a master of the room. I'm the king of the what? I mean, how y'all doing? What you do? I've been standing for you, but I realize it's just going in the room and selling yourself and working in the room and get people. That's what audition really is.
Yeah.
And anything, in any job. Well, do we want to work with this person for months or years? Let's see if we like him. Is he talented? Okay, that's one. Now, is he cool? Is he this? Is he that? Or was he thoughtful? There's so many things. So being funny helps. A lot of people like it. But with no, let me get too sidetracked. The main thing you're asking is what?
Social media. Like, what do you think about social media?
I love being in the room, but so that part I miss. But it's so awesome to know that you can just be at home now and connect with. I mean, the world as far as social media is concerned, but as far as our business and things, you can put yourself on tape. A lot of these guys are flourishing. I met a guy who's like, man, I'm the king of self-tape. I got it all memorized. I put this up there. He's got a whole technique, and he books online. Me personally, I'm better at in person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm excited for the president. Like, because everybody say, how do I make it? How do I become an actor? I go, move to Hollywood. That's it. You got to be there. You have to rub shoulders with these people. You have to be at live auditions. Like, what do you do? Put yourself on tape. Now it's yes. As long as the lighting is good and your internet connection is great. Right. The last show that I did for Disney was back in 22. It's called Saturdays. We filmed it out in Chicago. We actually auditioned. It's so exciting. But it was like right at the heels of the pandemic. So it made sense. We're doing these Zoom reads for this thing. Yeah. And I'm like, don't book this thing from here to here. This is insane. You know what I'm saying? But one of the actresses almost didn't get booked because her Wi-Fi connection was bad. I was like, oh, no, the world has changed. Whenever you're in a professional setting and you do a Zoom interview, that's the process that they're using now. Who should we judge? Look, she was murdering it. They wound up casting it. But at first they were like, she don't know how to work the internet. She don't know her signal's bad. I don't think we can trust her with all this money. Like, like really?
That's crazy.
Trust me, we'll put her in a vault and lock her with nothing but the Wi-Fi. Like, we'll get it, and she got her stuff right. But it's just amazing how it changes. The other layer to the question,
the followers over talent.
Yeah, now that, no, I'm not a fan of that. Yeah, because here's my take on it, and I've lived through this because I've really felt this. Yeah, my career personally has been interesting. A lot of success as a youngster, a lot of sitcoms. But I've always been a TV guy. Always wanted to do movies, so I get a call from John Singleton. Now I'm in movies, and I was like, this is great. I finally got over that hump because the 90s were different. The 90s, it was hard to transition from being a 90s sitcom kid or a person and then be taken seriously in a movie role. Right. So Baby Boy did wonders for my career, but it hadn't hit yet. So I just booked another TV show that held me for a year and a half, and we wound up not filming it, so they paid me anyway. But I missed out on auditions from people that called me, but I was booked, so I couldn't do it. Just people like Denzel Washington for a movie called Antoine Fisher. Just people like Eminem for his movie, and I'm a freaking rapper myself. Like, are you kidding me? But this is just the way of the world, right? So I kept doing sitcoms, always on TV. Look every year, you're like, yeah, this brother working every year. But with movies, there was a time when I was like, I'm really going to take a stab at it, but I was getting beat out by rappers. And all these rappers were taking jobs that I was, we can get an offer for that? Yeah, but they wanted to send one out to Ja Rule first. No, they're going to give, what's the name, this one, blah, blah, blah. Where are they? Really? Yeah, but they have a following. Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of movies. It didn't last. They got too long. I mean, it's still kind of big.
That hasn't changed.
That hasn't changed. Because you have a following. It's a business for them. They're like, before followers, it was fans. You had millions of fans. You have an established career. All of your fans are going to come see you, Beyonce, and you're going to be the star of this movie. So, but she already has a singing career. But she beat out an actress that probably, not to knock Beyonce's skills in any way, just using her as an example.
I understand.
There are a lot of actors, to me, they're just like, you take people that are already successful and take a job away from somebody that could be successful, that could change the game. Trained and with the theater and arts and craft and boom, they don't got enough followers, so they don't get a job. And then we get these awful ass movies and these terrible shows, and it's like, why are we watching this crap? Such is trending on blah blah blah. It's like, oh my god! But before the internet, it was still happening. So I don't know.
Thank you for that.
Man, that's crazy. Dude, man, the things you've been through.
I felt it. Dude, you are old. I felt it. No, I felt it in your tone. Like, dude, you have been around. How was Jesus?
So speaking of you being around, we're gonna go to impact and legacy. What legacy do you hope to leave behind the entertainment industry, and how do you hope your work has influenced audiences?
Wow, that's a great question. The legacy of consistency, of longevity, of not compromising. You know, it never made sense to me. You know, it probably helped to have a mother that was praying. It probably helped to have early success. I was sent out on an audition, 2 auditions in one day. My very first time out, I booked one of them. It doesn't happen. You know, that doesn't happen. Wow. It helps for me to go, you're not going to tell me I have to do this. I'll just get another job. What do you mean, no? Do this or you're fired. Well, fire me. I'll go get another job. I'm booking these things, man. You just see me walk in the audition room and go, ah. But all serious, can we book one, bro? Like, you know, I'm like, hey, get this. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. I get that.
You know what I mean? So I did. It never. You know, and I do. I say preach this, but I tell this to people that are aspiring. Don't compromise. Don't feel that you have to do something that you know is not you or is going to make you uncomfortable. Listen, there's a lot of things. I can get realer about it because it sounds like a some cliche. Always be yourself. Trust God. Knock it off. You may have to be in the streets. So you're going to look at you. You're going to take this role or you're doing some wild that you're okay with, but you know in them streets they're going to be looking at you crazy. Don't take that role because now you're going to be a problem. You're going to be like, oh, I'm out with my kids. Leave me alone. No. We're going to talk about this role you took. We pay your way. We don't take this selfie. We want this picture. We want our time. If you don't even give us our time, stay your ass at home. Yeah. You know what I mean? I'm hard on celebrities too. I don't like that. Oh, give me space. I'm like, I'll stay at home. You got enough money to stay at home. You don't have to be out here. This may be my only chance to see you. I've never seen you in my life, and I've watched you all day on TV. I watch all your movies. I have to talk to you. I have to take a picture with you. There's no debate here.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's the attitude the fans should have when they see us. And it's so kind of, I'm so happy to take a picture. It's if I walk through a crowded room and the people don't nobody say nothing. I might cough real loud. It's me. You know what I'm saying? Attention. Oh, hey, yeah. Nothing's lights up when people say you want to autograph. Can I take a picture? Is it okay if I get mad that they seem so timid about it because they know there's assholes. Man, they feel stupid. I don't like you no way. You know what I mean? It takes a lot for a person to approach a stranger, let alone you gotta be an asshole about it. Come on, man. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah. No, I love that.
I hope I answered that.
Man, you did. You did.
You hit it right. You hit it right on the head. I feel like a lot of people, you know, it's all about legacy and what you want to leave behind. So it's amazing.
So we got to be near the end if we talk about legacy.
Yeah.
Man, definitely.
It's like, so in conclusion, before you die.
And legacy. This is a good one. Honestly, this is a great one.
And it segues from what you just said. You've grown up in the public.
You've grown up in this limelight of entertainment. How have your views on fame and privacy evolved over the years?
Yeah, definitely. But it's definitely a good segue. You're right. Because that's how I always felt, man. You know, if you have to, the best thing is, that's so many ways to answer this. So, like when I was younger, I didn't have. I did this movie Baby Boy, and everybody's like, I came out of the blue. Who was this guy?
Yeah.
He was me if I made it right instead of the right. I had a lot of people around me that looked out for me and our collective best interest. I was that guy. I was definitely that guy. If I had the money, why the hell am I making all you niggas pay to get in? Y'all got my back. I'm hanging with y'all. I fucks with y'all. I'm paying the tab. Like, what? Why? You know how much money it is? Put your wallet away. That's stupid. I take care of y'all. That's easy. Why? Because I know if anybody start tripping, we all fight. They say, oh man, do you hang out with Leonardo DiCaprio and such and such, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if they can fight. I know these brothers can fight. You know what I'm saying? And they got my best interest. They're the ones going, I'm not going to worry about. We got the, you know. but I'm also the alpha. So it's weird because they'll let me be the alpha, but at the same time, the shit that they know that I can't be a part of, they just go over there, bro. We got this. And it's like, all right. And that was kind of frustrating me because it was like, I want to be the retaliator. I want to come hit me. Then I get this script where I'm the retaliator. I don't know when they come to get, and I get to just let all that out, all that aggression. I've been in some similar situations that happened to the movie with the jump and all that. Blah, blah, blah. My homeboy got all that type of shit, and I couldn't go. Let's go, y'all, and right now. I was Cuban boys in the hood. Let me out. Let me out.
Yeah.
I couldn't go. But the people around me do that. Wow. And as I grew up, it was the same thing. We all kind of moved the same. One got one got married, and we all got wifey time. Everybody's grown now.
Yeah.
But that's kind of how it evolved. But we always understood the mission. And always understood the assignment, as the kids say, And I look at some of these kids, and the kids think, taping him, like, how he's taping you, and you're his man, and he just exposed you and tossed you the bag. Like, it's crazy.
Right? It's crazy. So that's why I asked that question, because it's growing up, being in this industry that we're an asset, and it's like you don't have the luxury. I have to learn, being a young actor. It's like I don't have the luxury to
yeah, but I so relate. We kind of hit
on this
like
craft.
you gotta understand. Like I said, when I was young. And I was relatively from the streets, while at the same time from Hollywood too. And I say streets because I was living on them for so long. And then the people that I connected with in high school was from LA, and I'm in the Valley area. But I just gravitated toward, I'm like, I love everybody. I got Mexican friends, and Spanish friends, white, blah, blah, blah. But when it was time to get real, I got with my people. You know what I'm saying? And it was what it was. I was rapping in the circle of hip hop, and I do the plays and shit. They come see the play back. Nigga, you funny up there, but you killing that shit. It was Shakespeare, nigga, you killing that shit. Then we go out, wild out, what happened. So I dig it, but it was like I said again, it was shit's getting loud again over here. No, it's sidetracked. I'm sorry. They threw me off.
No, you're good. No,
you kind of answered it, kind of rambled a little bit. Okay.
You had the rambling time. You answered the question perfectly.
Back here with got the money and shit. We got the money counters over here. Okay, all right, go.
All right, man.
Joseph, did you have something?
Okay, let's get closer to it. All right, collaborations, lessons from collaborations. You've collaborated with incredible talent over the years. Is there a lesson or a piece of advice you've picked up on the set that has stuck with you throughout your career?
A lesson or a piece of advice. I'm going to tell you about one of my favorite actors that I've ever collaborated with. Miguel Nunez Jr. He did a movie called Juana Man. He was Biscuit in real life. This is one of the funniest humans you'll ever be around. We did a movie together called Christmas in Compton. Now, here's the interesting part. The audition for this movie was like stand-up comedy. I took the script and was like, fuck the script. Went in there and freestyled and vamped and had energy and blah, 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 and I booked the lead role in this movie. Again, it's called Christmas in Compton. One of the blockbuster hits. You have to go, and then go find it. But it was a very funny film. And Miguel was one of the co-stars, right? Every scene that we did that he was a part of, even if he wasn't in the scene but was there on set every day, he always had a suggestion for everybody. Just if there was anything that he think could improve the scene, he would say. And he wouldn't go tell the director, maybe you should try this. He would just go right to the actor and try this. And grab a hand and watch this. Oh, man, I got to try that. And he had that for everybody. And he would hit scenes. I just said, wow. And me, I was just locked into his movie. So I remember when I watched it later, I was like, damn, it probably could have been a better movie. If I did it now, it would be insane because I'm so good at improv and comedy now. At the time, I was more locked in with my role. Even though I had all these incredible jokes for the audition, when the movie came time, I just stuck to the script. I didn't go off the script. I didn't do extra. I did a little bit. I did a little bit here and there. But I could have been better. But I met him and everything. But then, I'm going to be, you can't tell me I'm not the problem. I look at them lines and be like, oh yeah, man, we all will say this. Like, you know what I mean? He's an actor's actor. He's great to direct. And I evolved to become that as well. So he was definitely the biggest influence on me. And I'm still doing some work on him today. I don't want to plug too much. I'm up to my time. Interview him next. Trust me. He's a good one. Miguel Nunez Jr.
Yeah, that's dope. Wow. That's dope. That's
Yeah,
we
we
got
got time for one more.
I'll try not to speak too long.
No, I got one more good one for you.
No. I got one more good one for you that I know would really help out a lot of actors who are in the grind.
There's ebbs and flows.
You know, a lot of my acting mentors have told me that there's ebbs and flows
But there's also
in this business.
but
But there's also
in your
moments that
career
root us to our why.
You said that there's moments that are rooted to.
Career
that roots us to our why. Like,
What?
why are we doing this?
Ooh,
It tests
yeah.
our why.
that roots us to our why. Like, why are
What
we doing
moment in
this?
your
It
career
tests our why.
Did you get hit with that
What
moment
moment
where
in your career
anyone else who this
did
was
you
not
get hit
for
with that moment
really
where
didn't love this
anyone
craft,
else
just given up,
this
but
was
you
not
didn't.
for?
And it was the
Really
moment you
didn't
realized that this was
love
for
this
you.
craft, would have given up, but you didn't. And it was the moment you
Well, I
realized that
started
this
to
was for
change
you.
my answer based on the last part of how you asked the question, but I'm going to stick with my answer because of who my father was, his path as a man, him being from Harlem, how much he was a street man. He went to college and everything. He went through his trials and tribulations, and he had sons that were entertainers, but we still have our lineage. So it's in us. Like I said about the right and left, like a lot of times I looked over there on the left. I was like, okay, all right, I know. I'll go to the right, This Baby Boy doing that movie. The interesting thing was, again, I don't ever hang out with celebrities. I had worked with them. I never really hang out with them. The problem me and Tyrese had was kind of the same thing. We weren't the same type of people that wanted to hang out. I was just like, no, just what it was. But that movie, being that I'd have to be out, and even I talk the other shit about, hey, when you're out, you got to be a celebrity, but I can't tell you how many times I would be out. Somebody looking at me kind of, I forget I'm a celebrity. Who is this nigga looking at? What's going on here? And then what's up, man? Hey, man, you think I would have, shit, I got all the alarm. Oh, yeah, well, I'm going to see. I forgot, right? There was the moment.
Wow.
After I filmed it, and that same situation would happen. And they didn't just immediately be like, you that dude, but they would walk over with that, and I'm on guard. And I'm like, what's this all about? And the brother was like, yo, man, that role you did? I was like, oh, shit, here we go. Supposed to be from the other side. What's up, nigga? Like, that role, that was me. I started crying, bro. Like, that frustration, and it was like, I can see some people go, ooh, I can do this shit. Ooh, I ain't doing no more gangster role. All these gangsters fucking with me, No, I was perfect to do that role. Because I fucks with them real, recognized real. I couldn't see nobody else doing it. Just me personally. The whole process of getting the role and becoming the role was so me that I don't see it. It's crazy. When he sent me the script, I read the script. I went, how did you? Then he told me his reason was he saw me in a movie called Freedom Song, and he's just a visionary. He looked and he saw the face I made in one scene and said, "That's Sweet Pea." I was like, what? I shaved my head immediately after reading it. Then called him and said, because I knew we had 6 months until I saw. He said, "I'm gonna see you in 6 months." In 3 months. It was in like January, so I'll see you. Anyway, 3 to 6 months. I'll see you. And I shaved my head. I was like, shit, if he says I want long hair, then I'll just grow it out. My hair grows fast as shit. But I remember I shaved and asked him. I said, so you think I should have like cornrows or is it like a bald head type of thing? He said bald head. I was like, nice. So I said, I already know boom. And at 24 years old, I was, now, mind you, I was always a big dude. Short guy, I was probably 250. 250, right? And bar guy, 6 foot one. When he called, read the script from, it was 3 months. From the time that he gave me the script to when I phoned the audition for it, I went from 260 to 230. Wow. I walked in with a tank top on and a head shave. He said, okay, you look the part. Let's hear you read. Raw energy. Kim, And I left and I finished. And he was just like, okay. He was he never was like, oh, wow. John was always like, okay.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming, man. You look great, though. A month passed, gentlemen. I didn't hear nothing. A month passed. and I got a phone call saying you got the part. What part?
Right.
You didn't forgot by this point.
Part, bro. So that began the evolution of Omar Gooding to sweep. Omar Gooding was bald, looked in shape, 3 months of doing just push-ups, and that's it, and lost 30 pounds in your 20s. Then they got me with like nutritionists and all this, like training at 5 in the morning. Then I ripped down to 198 before we started, right? So that was the physical part of it. The mental, OG from 60 Crip, Big Cat, was like, yeah, man, you look the part, but you're too fucking loud. And stop licking your lips. I'm like, okay. It's like, yeah, gangsters don't lick their lips.
That's crazy.
It's a wild shit, right? Then he's like, I'm gonna put it in my hood.
My lips are chapped.
Okay,
I'm just
trying
trying
to
to
hood. People don't think from any type of hood anywhere. You know, they'd be like, you with me, you good. Yeah, you with somebody from that hood, you good. Don't go wandering into somebody else's hood. It's that simple. It's just that simple. I can go there, can you?
Yep.
Oh, you with me? Oh, okay. Who it is? He with me.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. So we went to his hood, and it was dope. I've never been there because I ain't from his hood. And as we riding around, and like we went to a spot where all these niggas, people were blah, blah, blah. And they like, yeah, this is the acting nigga, blah, blah, blah. And they was like, no one ever smiled. It was crazy. It was just one of like, I go somewhere and they be like, this that nigga from that show. It was just one of them, oh, okay. Because I was with my OG, and I think that kind of made them kind of be like, oh, that's him. What they gonna do? Goofy out? Like, fuck that goofy shit, nigga. What shit, nigga? You know, I was, you know, maybe they knew me from Smart Guy, maybe.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't look like I'm 60 pounds lighter and a bald head. Like, oh, this nigga is. Oh, yeah. And the one thing I remember what Big Cat said to me, which was dope. Should be in any acting class ever. He said, look, I'm going to take you out with me. When some shit go down, don't be no weenie. Let's start a walk.
That's crazy.
That fired me up so tough. I almost wanted to start some shit.
Don't be no weenie. It's crazy.
Be no weenie. All right, let's go. I was like training day, baptism by fire. I was really waiting, you know. But anyway, so that movie, then I still wasn't done. I had to figure out how to take all that frustration and shut my motherfucking mouth at the same time. And what it evolved to is me talking to my team. A woman in her house. And they were like, there he is. And then my whole face relaxed and tightened up at the same time. And before we started our first scene, which was the scene in the garage, now I said to said, all right, man, it's the scene I'm showing the Paramount. It's the first one. So you better bring it. And I was like, say less. I was like, now I want your energy going. So do some push-ups, some jumping jacks before I yell action. Go, nigga. And so when they said action, it had probably been about 10 seconds from standing up and pacing around already. That's why that scene is so fiery. Right at the beginning of the scene, I'm gonna be scared, bro. I'm already there. My heart was doing this.
Yeah. It's really chaos. Like,
I'm like, I was really trying to calm myself down. And the little kid, y'all gotta get out of here. I was ready to explode all the way through, you know. But it was dope, man. Those are the type of memories and like lessons of really learning how to focus. He's like, yeah, you look focused on all of it. I want your heart beating out of your chest. Do push-ups. I'll do push-ups now before certain scene. Well, you ready? I'll be like, yeah. And it'll calm you. That's nothing about that. It's like you ever be nervous for a game. I talk to athletes and say this. I'm so nervous before I play, but by halftime, all the jitters are gone. Yeah, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Good times.
Well, man, we are definitely getting on your time right now. I got one last thing, man. We're gonna let you go. This is for the younger talent coming up.
Yeah.
What advice would you give child actors today about navigating the industry while persevering their mental health and sense of self?
Hello. Please do not do it alone. You're not alone. You know, you either have a mother, you have a father, you have a mentor, you have a tutor, you have somebody that's guiding you, or you have a guide. You're not alone.
Yeah.
Quiet yourself. He'll talk to you if you just close your eyes and just listen. What are you talking about? Shut up. Just listen. Oh. So a lot of times you know what you're supposed to do, but you just, you just take that man and go, The best way to do it, there's games that you learn that are very helpful, like chess. Chess is a real good game because it teaches you to look forward, 5 or 6 moves down the road. And if many brothers would do this, many sisters would do it, many humans, many people would just go, but if that happens, that happens. And if that happens, that happens. I don't want that to happen. Now, what if I do this? What's the best thing that could happen? Ooh. Then you go pros and cons and you decide your picks, right? So focus.
Yeah.
Pray. Think about it. Don't, you lose your mental health and thinking that you have to do something. I gotta get this paid. I gotta do this. How do I do this? And I can't do both. You know what you have to do. You know what you can't do. And you know what you can do. And if you just quiet yourself, it's within you to be great. It is. It's within all of us. A lot of times, the best way I know this is true, because every time I make a mistake, immediately after I know the right way that I should. Like immediately after. I know what I'm gonna do this. Oh no, wait a minute. It's not even, I haven't completely done it and I already know. As soon as I chose this one, it's not it. I knew it was this. Now that feeling that makes me go, you know what you're supposed to do, and I ignore it, now I know what that feeling is and it helps. Time machine, oh my God, I'd be Elon host. I don't know.
On that note, man, Mr. Omar Gooding, thank you so much for gracing us with your presence, for your time. Guys, if you listen in, you tune in, you love this, please comment, like, share, subscribe. For us meeting with more visionaries and meeting with more legends like Mr. Gooding here to get these gems and get this advice. And
congratulations on your show, man, and y'all keep rocking. I'm happy to be one of the first, if not the first. I like to set things off. We'll circle back when I'm in a more secure location.
Definitely,
Joseph,
man.
absolutely, Joseph.
Next time I want to have you in front of us, man. That we do in person would, have a good night.
You guys are in Houston?
Say again?
Yes.
Oh, you're in Houston. Okay. I just signed a deal to do a thing for Cigar Week. You know what Cigar Week is out in Houston?
I heard about it.
Yes.
I'm putting together now for Black Smoke about a cigar owner out there. So it's all that's going to tie in. But I'm going to be in Houston quite a bit. So we'll pick a date. We'll make it happen.
Good deal, man. Good deal, man.
All right. God bless y'all.
All right, man. Knock it out, man. Be safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Peace.
All right.